Welcome to Overwatch. This time we're going to be doing coaching the many, and this time we're going to be doing it for this chap up here. Zenyatta, you can see hi. Do Twitch chat as well. Twitch chat is here hanging out with us at the start of this. Say hello to YouTube. They've already said hello to YouTube a couple of times. They're saying hi YouTube, 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 YouTube. So hello from Twitch chat as well. Twitch chat says hi, I say hi as well. And yeah, like Twitch chat should know as well. Guys, I try and fish out occasional questions, but generally like leave them to the end. It's just easier for me. There you go. See? They're using the own love emote as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff, guys. Love it. So today we're talking about Zenyatta. We've been sent in a fine match by one of the subscribers, which is Mr. V Logos. I haven't seen him in chat yet, but he might turn up later. He'll definitely notice, I think, that I'm doing this game. I think he suspected as well that I might be doing this one because I had been saying yesterday that we're going to be doing Zenyatta today. And you can see the rank, about 2066. There's a couple of platinums in this match. There's a couple of, but mostly it's gold. So there's golds and a few platinums. He's also under 3 stacks, so there will be a bit of talking as well. So I'll just have to turn the volume down a little bit during the match, but bear with it. As we talk about Zenyatta, and we're on Nepal as well, which is actually a very, very fitting map for Zenyatta, because hey, it's where he comes from. So yeah, let's say bye Twitch chat. Bye Twitch chat. I'm going to slide you off now. There you go. There we go. It's just me and you now, YouTube. Not really, it's actually me and Twitch chat who are over there. Hello, soldier. So let's think about our team lineup. Like, what is our team lineup right now? Well, he hasn't pressed tab yet. There we go. Now we can see it. We can see what our team lineup is, and this is where I always like to start, right? I always like to start off right here with the lineup. What do we got? What do we need? What's going on with this team? And you can see that it's pretty standard so far. This guy, Angry Bacon, is going to pick a tank. Spoiler, he's going to pick Reinhardt. Otherwise, we've got 2 DPS, we've got 2 tanks, we've got 2 supports. Standard could be, works okay in any meta, sort of. This guy's asking Tango heal. There we go, he's going to take tank. With this team lineup, like, this is such a simple team lineup. This is also a really good lineup for this map. Because what you can do with this map is, you got to keep in mind, like, the first fight is going to happen. With this team lineup, you want to go left because, hey, your barrier's in place. You also got long range of advantage. This team's actually going to go right into the tight spaces to the right. Actually, you're going to see Soldier go off this side as well. This is one thing that I actually think you've got to be careful of on this map, is this splitting up. Oh god damn it, I've done it again. I need to mute the game. I actually wanted to do this. I wanted to go back. So when leaving spawn, I always try and make a habit. If someone else hasn't already done it, I try and say, let's go left, let's go right. It just unifies everyone, even if you have like a very concrete idea of, on this map, we go left.
Is it okay for you if I play tank?
Not everyone has that. Not everyone has that mentality. So just make sure you're announcing, yeah, we're going to do this, guys. Because right now, Soldier goes this way. One tank goes this way, and then suddenly everyone's split. You've just lost like half your DPS, which would have been really useful in breaking this barrier, for example. Soldier can do it very quickly. Slight positional thing. When coming out of this crawl space, if they're already here, you want to be towards this back wall. Like, the fact that Winston even hits you is actually a sign that you are just too far forward. There are vulnerabilities here. Because Zenyatta, we're going to talk about Zenyatta here. Zenyatta is a box. Like, his hitbox is literally a box. Zenyatta is a little floating square, and I can tell you as someone who plays a lot of flankers, a lot of Genji, a lot of Tracer, Zenyatta is the easiest thing to kill in the world. He's literally a square. You shoot the square and he dies. So just be very careful about your position. You want to be positioned so you are behind these 2 tanks. You want to make sure that you are avoiding as much damage as possible, because you can actually take a lot of little nicks and a lot of little pokes of damage. And I didn't mention this in the Zarya coaching the many, but it's still very true for Zenyatta, for Zarya, and for Symmetra. You can take actually quite a lot of poke and survive, and because the shields will just regenerate back up. Now, something very important happens here that is very easy to miss, and it caught me off guard when I saw it, so I don't actually blame you for missing it. But this red line here, 1,000 points to anyone who can tell us what this red line is, because this red line is actually a Genji. Now, the second that you've just taken that big damage, you just had that gasp, I will be looking around frantically trying to dodge, because what's happened is Genji's dashed through. He's actually just like used the cover here, dashed through, got behind you and killed you. Again, this would have been easily avoided by just having everyone go the same route. So if McCree's with you, if Soldier's with you, they could have solved this Genji. Instead, they're like over that way, not being much use. There's McCree, doesn't stay with you, doesn't get rid of the Genji. Again, I would just like the position a little bit further back. But that's a very good play by the Genji. Like, Genji got very, very lucky in just getting, like, sneaking through that without being seen. Picks himself up a nice double kill. Feels bad, man. It's it was very hard to see that dash. So, you know, I don't feel too bad about doing it. And meanwhile, like, Angry Bacon is going ham. It's what you want. That's some pork puns for you. Beautiful. Okay, we're coming back. Priority number 1. What is our priority with Zenyatta, right? Priority number 1 is to support. It's to be healing, it's to be giving stuff, it's to be, you know, you want to be topping people off, and that's your main role here. Step 1, make sure Orb of Harmony is on someone. Step 2, make sure Orb of Discord is up. Step 3, fight. That is the sort of the 3-step process I have in my mind with a Zenyatta. Just because your primary role is healing. It's healing, it's healing, it's healing. You can constantly be providing health to someone. You can constantly be topping someone off that Ana perhaps can't reach very well, or just keeping them even more durable. So, for example, you've got your 2 tanks. They're going to be very hard to remove if Ana's got a heal grenade on them, for example, and you're providing healing. That 30 heals per second turns into 60. Suddenly, that's a lot to try and break through, especially with Ana topping them off. Also, fun thing to note is they have a Winston. Winston does, I think it's about 54 damage per second. With your healing orb, it's 24 damage per second. 24 damage per second on a hero with 600 hit points like D.Va. Someone could do the math. That's what, 4 times 6? That's oftentimes 24? No? Yes? Yes, 24. Yeah, 24 seconds. So it takes half a minute for Winston to kill that. That's horrible. You know, he doesn't want that. Doing good damage, though, ruining people's days. This positioning, I actually really don't like. Now that you've secured the point, threats are starting to come in up here. We want to be doing what I always said with positioning. Because when you're playing as a support, you want to be able to see absolutely everyone. And when you've got a team like this team lineup, remember, we have Soldier, we have McCree. Also, why is Soldier here? What happened to Soldier? Soldier fired a rocket into a Winston barrier, and that's why Soldier died. Okay. But we've got the point. Point is now ours. We don't need to be this far forward anymore. We can actually stand back, and because you have like 2 hit scans plus a Zenyatta, you have so much range. And if you need to contest the point, well, D.Va can get on it. Reinhardt can get on it very easily. Like, you have these brilliant things to contest the point. Meanwhile, everyone else can stand back, because you've got to view this map as like a square, like a box, and then you've got the box in the middle. If you are on the point, you're just so vulnerable. You're surrounded from all sides, and the only cover is the tunnels that are off that way. And that's not really good cover. If you're stood more to the back, you can retreat to the left, you can retreat to the right. There's health packs sort of dotted around there. It's very easy to reposition. You're a long distance from them, and you guys will probably win those fights because, hey, you guys have Zenyatta and Ana instead of Lucio, who can't deal damage over range. You've got Soldier 76 and McCree, who can deal damage very well over range, and you've got Zenyatta for Orbs of Discord. Just topping off the Reinhardt. Good. The main thing that I try and do with Orb of Harmony, and the main thing I try and urge people to do with Orb of Harmony, is always try and keep it on whatever target is being currently focused. Also, don't be afraid to use it just to top stuff up like the McCree. So, for example, McCree here, now that the barrier's gone down, this guy is very vulnerable to being bursted. This guy's a little bit vulnerable to being bursted. I would honestly be putting my orb here, because this guy's already being covered by the D.Va and by the Ana. Ana can deal with this. You can deal with McCree a lot better. Also, be very careful with your positioning here, because one thing I notice is you start back. Okay, so going for the McCree, fine, good. I think a moment happens around, might not be around now. That's very good, by the way. But I want to talk actually briefly. I think it happens even earlier. I noticed this when I was first watching it. There, I think it's about here. You back off. Ana is literally stood right behind him and firing healing darts into all of this. Be very careful about stepping in front of Ana. And again, this is where, like, positioning, you know, let's pretend that, you know, this is just a mirror. You want to be stood, like, about here, for example, where you can retreat over here, you can pick up a health pack over here. You still have complete view of the point. You still have complete angle on where the enemy team's going to be coming from. But you are totally safe. If they jump on you, if they dive in, they can't kill you very quickly. And you can just still shell away very, very safely. Pick up a health pack, go into cover, pick up a health pack in here. There's a lot more space to play around with. You're just as effective, but you're way less vulnerable. And this is the big thing with Zenyatta is so vulnerable, so vulnerable. He is the easiest support to pick off for a flanker. By far, he's the easiest support to kill, just full stop. He dies to a sneeze. You've got to be so careful with him, and that's where that positioning can really help. Now, you might think, oh, but I'm behind the Reinhardt barrier and the D.Va, I'm perfectly safe. Not against a team with a Winston on it, not against a team with a Genji on it, for example. They're going to have a very hard time getting round to you, and if they do come all the way round to you, then you have McCree, who should be near you as well. McCree and Soldier really want to be on this back path as well. They can then deal with those threats very well. You want to be partnering up with McCree, not all standing on the point where you're just vulnerable to, you know, let's say if they have a Zarya, Graviton Surge, or a flank like this can happen where Soldier can get a lot. Luckily, your D.Va's in a good position. She can block a lot of the damage. I'll be a lot happier if D.Va actually flew at him, just because there's a lot of ways to shoot around this defense matrix. So incidentally, someone could die, but good shooting there. Perfectly fine with that shooting. Looks good. He said it in his email, by the way. I should actually read this email first. like a professional. But he said like he wants to mostly focus on positioning and accuracy. Accuracy, honestly, with Zenyatta, it's something to keep in mind, but it's a minor thing. Be very careful about shooting into this, though. Genji's love deflecting that. And again, this positioning, you're going very, very far forward, and you're going to pay the price for it. Like, why? Ask yourself a question, right? How do we end up here? We're following the... I think we're trying to save this Reinhardt, maybe? Like, how do we end up in this position? No, we're not. So what are we doing? Because right now we're safe. Reinhardt's dead. And then for some reason we're running forward. You could just put an orb on McCree. McCree still has like a good couple of seconds of orb healing. You don't need to be out here. Because now you're very, very vulnerable. Once this D.Va comes here, you are just as effective running that way as you are running this way. Except you are even safer. You want to stay alive, especially because you have this. And this is just going to instantly win a team fight for you. And again, this is just greedy trying to chase down the D.Va. And you're just asking for trouble now. So you should have been out of there a long, long time ago. Because the second is, when you start playing against better and better people, the second as Zenyatta overextends, when he floats, you know, a little bit too far forward, he is just going to die. This is one thing I learned with the, oh, and everyone's just died, by the way. This is one thing I learned during the World Cup, because I was playing, during a lot of scrims, I played Zenyatta. It is very hard to survive as Zenyatta against very good players. They know the second you have overstepped, and they will just kill you for it.
Well, I died.
So everyone just dies. I think like D.Va gets a great bomb off, and Winston just cleans up on the back as well, and everything goes down. You guys wisely group up. Be very careful about your positioning here. When teams take the point very decisively, they love nothing more than to sprint forward and go into this little courtyard area here, this little space here. When you're standing still, like this, you know, Genji just ding 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 throws through a shuriken right at your head, ding ding ding, and someone else fires a shot and you die. Don't just stand around. Like, find cover, make sure you are out of vision potentially for where the enemy team is. We have full victory being shouted in. We have D.Va running forward. D.Va drops a naked bomb. Hate the naked bomb. Can't stand naked bombs. We'll back up and go over this properly in a second. As I get a drink, because my mouth is dry. Okay, so regroup. Like this position here is honestly better than standing just to the left here, because you're visible. Just standing in, like, nice and safe. There's no reason to stand out here. Just standing in the respawn would have been fine as well. Ah, drink. There we go. Okay. So, let's go to victory. And I think someone says, like, drop the ult. I really don't like this D.Va bomb. There's no reason for her to do that. All they do is they pull back, the enemy team pulls back. Luckily, they split their defense, which, like, screws them over massively. I'm more than fine with following this out there. The Winston's there. You can discord Winston. D.Va versus discorded Winston is just a slaughter. You can provide healing to D.Va, who's going to stay alive even longer. Where is our orb? Where is our orb of harmony? Our orb of harmony needs to be up on something right now. It's not even out at the moment. That should be priority one. Remember, 3 priorities. Healing, discord, damage. In that order. You always want to be providing healing. Again, this is perfectly fine. This is a position, honestly, we want to be in, but we've just heard something in the background. I'll backpedal so you guys can listen. Now. So, what did we hear, ladies and gents? What did we hear? I'm sure you guys heard it too. We heard a Genji throwing away an ultimate. Basically. But it's still a threat. It's still a threat to contend with, but the second you heard that, I would have just fired the Q. I would have just pressed Q. Even though Soldier, like, wastes his ultimate, like, what should happen here? Okay, what should happen here? Something weird happens here. Because something weird happens here because it's not what would happen at a high-level game. This is the reason why. You guys have already won this fight. Like, the second these guys got earth-shattered, this guy's dead, Soldier can just easily kill them. Genji's dashed in behind you, but Genji's the only person alive. It's like 1 versus 6 right now. Genji fires an ultimate for no fucking reason. The fight's already over. During all of that, Soldier has actually fired his ult to counter the Genji. McCree's also fired his ult to counter the Genji. So, like, everyone just drills Genji and uses every ultimate on the planet. What really should have happened there, is Zen just presses Q. Instantly nullifies the Genji, instantly uses up his Dragon Blade. He can't kill anything anymore because Zenyatta can just float by people and they won't ever die to a Genji Dragon Blade. And if he dashes off somewhere else, you can just zip round, and the only place you can dash to is a Reinhardt and a D.Va, which you can't kill faster than you can get there and heal them up with. So we got all these ultimates that just been wasted, when really all that was needed was a Zenyatta just pressing Q. this isn't so much Vlogos' fault as like the entire team just like massively overreacting and overspending resources that they didn't need to spend. Be very careful about using ults after a fight is won, and be very conscious of the fact that the fight is already over, right? You've just killed everything. Everything that could have been a threat has just been stunned. The only thing that is left is a Genji with a Dragon Blade. All 6 of you could just turn around and kill him now. You just need one thing to keep you safe. And I think everyone just overreacted there, which happens. It does happen. Everyone just sort of reacts to the same stimulus. But it was an overreaction. Unfortunately, like, in the coming fights, imagine if you have Attack Visor available or the High Noon available. The High Noon was just a really bizarre choice. Anyway, we're starting to find a choke point. Again, we want to be very careful with our positioning. We want to be staying... This is, like, ideal. About here. Very ideal. That said, I would like to see the Orb of Harmony onto this guy in the front, just because he's the one in the most danger at the moment. Especially now that Drop the Beats come out. Really needs to have the orb there. It's on the McCree for some reason. You've got to have the orb on the active fighting person at the moment. He's going to try and retreat. No, he goes down. D.Va's about to explode. Where's our Orb of Harmony? Orb of Harmony's up, but it's still on McCree. Again, step 1, Orb of Harmony. Step 2, Discord. Step 3, damage. I think what happened there was step 1, damage. Step 2, Discord. Step 3, Harmony. Harmony got placed somewhere. You kind of forgot about it and lost it. Sort of got lost during that entire process. They fire off sights. They start running out. Start killing everything. Yeah, feels bad, man. Imagine if we had a High Noon. Like, imagine if everyone just backed off in a sensible fashion. We had a High Noon or something to counter that push in. That would have been nice. And good regrouping, good patience, good stopping, waiting. You got the Reinhardt there.
I'm on my way, guys.
We want to, you know, we don't want to be watching this. We want to be watching this. We want to make sure that if there's a threat, we can move very safely into cover. We don't have to worry about dying, because if we die now, they're going to get another 10%.
Let's go, guys.
So again, just focus on survival, focus on survival. Because they have a Genji, they could be poking forward. Good Orb of Harmony here, the soldiers run forward, you want him to have the Orb of Harmony. The active person in the fight needs Orb of Harmony. If it isn't a tank, then you want to be topping stuff off that perhaps Ana can't reach. So good chelling, good chelling, good chelling. This is what I like to see. This Roadhog is like a clown, is just huffing his paint can in the middle of the open. Not protected from anything right now. Earthshatter comes out, catches people on the point. This is the position that I want you in all game long. This is the position that I think is absolutely fucking top. So either by one corner or by the other. So you can just safely move in, pick up a health pack, retreat to safety. McCree's firing off an ultimate. He's managed to build up a new one. I want that Orb of Discord on the Genji. It just massively limits what he can get away with. He dies anyway. Good stuff. Let's top up this guy. There we go. Beautiful. Especially Ana's. One cool trick here. Okay, first of all, the D.Va's just fucked up because she's just launched her ultimate into the pit. So we're perfectly fine with that. No worries there. Second thing, healing Ana's. Ana is actually like one of the highest priority targets. When Ana starts to drop low, do try and get an Orb of Harmony on her. It just means that she doesn't have to grenade herself, and she can't self-heal. Like you can, like Mercy can, like Lucio can. Ana's on her own. Ana like needs you to heal her. So just keep an eye on Ana. Everyone else Ana can pick off. Beautiful ultimate there. 97%. Good kill on him. D.Va's just there. We don't need the Transcendence, but we know because we're keeping an eye on the macro objective, guys. Remember, always keep an eye on the macro objective. We're keeping an eye on this. We know that if the next fight happens, if people do start coming in, we just Transcendence, make it nice and safe, win it. Don't even need to do it. We get a nano boost. Awesome. Awesome. Look at the power. Look at the power crackling off us. We've gone Super Saiyan 2, boys. We're golden with lightning. Wonderful. Let's have a slurp of coffee as we go to the next map. Drink. Nice coffee. I need that. I need a coffee in mine. I really do like this spray, by the way, with this thing. Okay, so this map. Let's talk about tactics for this map. Standard pathway is usually if you have a Lucio, you want to go to the high ground. If you don't have a Lucio, then you have a decision to make where you go to lower ground or upper ground. You will always lose the race because the enemy team is likely to run a Lucio. So always be a bit careful on this map. Taking the high ground is very, very useful because it gives you a good vantage point to shoot down to the lower ground and fight and contest it properly. The enemy team might take it first, but they really will struggle to hold it if they're trying to fight uphill. Otherwise, again, I would always try and make sure at the start of every single King of the Hill match, I generally try and say, okay guys, let's go upper. Even though everyone already knows it, the fact that like what's already happened is 2 people have gone up, Reinhardt's gone down, we're split for no reason. We just need that someone just calling, we're going to go this way. Because now D.Va's off on her own. Let's imagine that this is a high-level game, like a Masters level game, Grandmasters level game, where everyone plays towards more like the solidified quote-unquote meta. All 6 of the enemy team would be fucking speed boosting out of that door, ganking the hell out of this D.Va, which you can't heal because you're like Zenyatta, you can't heal that amazingly. And yeah, you will just instantly lose. Luckily, they back off. They don't realize that they've been split apart and don't realize they've got 2 free kills up here, so they've backed away. And hey, now you guys are honestly just playing for time. And I'm honestly fine with this decision because the enemy team obviously hasn't made a good committal. Like, I would be telling D.Va to go kill that. I'm fine with this motion as well. This motion is just very safe. That said, because your team is split and is dead, they've got no healing on the point. Now it's starting to go south. Now it's really starting to go south. Now everything's starting to get picked off. They've made a committal to move to the point, kill everything on the point. I'm going to deal with you later. You're already dead. You're just trying to get out. Can you get out? Can you get out? Orbital harmony on this person, please. Yep. Good, 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 good. We're fine. Holy shit. We can actually save this. Like I said, if you go and contest a point, there's no way in hell you're holding it against the high ground. Just a minor note, like, I'm fine with it right now, but this is just a general thing. We're on... The important thing with Zenyatta's health, if you don't drop under 50 health, as you can see right here, I can actually point to it as I use OBS as a guide. So if you don't drop under 50 health, all the remainder of this health bar right here, this is blue. This means it will just recharge on its own. So if there isn't a health pack nearby, you don't have to worry about going and picking up. I'm also fine picking up this health pack rather than the one that's over here because it just gets you out of line of sight faster. When you're on 50 health, you don't want to be in line of sight. Overextension by Zarya, okay, fine. Orbit Discord. Orbit Discording Zaryas, don't feel bad about doing it because it forces out the bubble usually, and then you can just put it on her again. Otherwise, we just want to play it careful. This is not careful. We don't want to be here. Again, Zenyatta is a box. He's the easiest thing in the game to shoot. Do not be in front. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Okay, we're inching forward, we're inching forward. Whoa, we're going a bit too far forward. We're doing good though. We're actually now gluing ourselves to the Reinhardt's arse when pushing in. This is actually a good place to be because we're not going to get sniped from an unexpected angle. Using the cover. Good, 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 good. Let's get an orbital harmony perhaps on one of these targets advancing forward. And let's start pushing in. This is a very, very sluggish push by your team overall. I generally don't like to be out in the open for this long. We're finally starting to make progress. We have Transcendence if stuff starts getting dangerous. Everyone should be moving on to the point right now, especially because you have Transcendence. I will be calling on voice comms. This is where communication becomes a big thing. It's saying, I have Trans, let's get on the point, get on the point, get on the point. Because if they use something, you can counter it. And you can just heal everything. Good Discord there. Beautiful charge by Reinhardt. Carries it away, makes everyone nice and safe. Wonderful job there by the Angry Bacon. Angry Bacon plays like a champ this game. Well done to him. I know that was incidental to his play, but very, very nice. Otherwise, it's looking good. This, again, is where I would be trying to back up even further as Zenyatta. You don't want to be in the big clusterfucky melee because it's just such an easy place for something to come through and just kill you. Everyone's already shooting here. You want to be in a place where you are very, very safe. Your damage drop-off is, like, non-existent from long range. I don't think Zenyatta even has drop-off. And you can still be effective as long as you can put Discord orbs on targets coming in and heal orbs on the targets in the fight. You are in a good location. I think someone shouted, like, go in, go in. Don't ever go in, guys. Don't ever go in. Actually, what you should be doing... The correct thing to do is way up above. I'm trying to stay in the confines of my green screen. Way up above us, like up here, is a bridge. And it's a very, very strong bridge. And if you can stand everyone up there, it's very nice. It's very, very nice. We just heard Reaper teleport. So we know that Reaper is going to be somewhere up here. Like he's going to be, well, he's probably teleported here, but he's going to drop down from up here. Back the fuck up. Because if he drops down with a goddamn Death Blossom, he could just ace you. That said, because we have this, we have a decision that we can make. Basically we could stand amongst the team, wait for that drop down to come, and then just cancel it. But honestly, I prefer the safer motion of moving back to here, especially as they're pushing in right now. This is nice and safe. Do not be afraid about using Transcendence here. Just because they have committed to a push, they have already used Sound Barrier, so you guys will be ahead in defense ultimates. Drop slow, instantly use Transcendence. Good, I'm fine with that. That's perfectly fine. Reinhardt lands a hammer. Everyone will kill everyone. Good covering of this guy. Like, the second that this happens... And we see that McCree drops a high noon. I will be sprinting over towards McCree just to make sure he stays in the high noon, just because it's very easy for him to instantly die when he uses that. And, you know, this is a bit of a wasted high noon by him as well, I think, but still does the job. Let's make sure he's nice and safe. Good stuff. Discord D.Va, Discord on the Mercy. Good. Good, 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 good. Angry Bacon's very happy about doing that. The man is wonderfully happy about doing that. This is dangerous, what we're doing right now. I'm sorry, it's Hannibal who's very excited. This chasing at very close range. Again, you're Zenyatta, you are very, very easy to kill. I would just be standing a little bit further back. Just to be safe, just to be on the safe side. Like, it's very, very, like, easy to die on Zenyatta. I cannot emphasize this enough. It is so easy to die against good players. Like, as someone who plays Genji and Tracer, like, I see Zenyatta and I go, oh, I want it. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world to kill. So just be so careful. Angry Bacon going a bit ham. Lol. Let's put a Orb of Harmony on him. Where's our Orb of Harmony? We don't have orbs up at all. We need these orbs up. Do not advance forward. We don't want to be out here where we can die. Why are we out here? Why are we out here? We don't get more effective at healing the closer we get to people. We don't need to be out here. We just want to be back here, nice and safe, nice and secure. Remember the Genji?
Back, guys. Back. Look.
Angry Bacon, good man. But remember the coaching the many with Genji, and I talked a lot about let's not give the enemy team the chance to open the door. Let's not give them any opening. This movement here, moving forward like this is giving them an opening. This is giving them a window. Because this is saying to them that, hey, there's Zenyatta. We know where he is. We know where one of the most vulnerable supports in the game is. If we dive him and kill him, they've just lost healing. And we're like next to a large health pack over here. We've got the main base here where our reinforcements are coming from. You've got to be really careful about that kind of thing. Because you are just giving them opportunities that they will capitalize on. And like here, we run forward. Well, these two just, like, the easiest target in the game.
Guys. Back. Look.
Just dead. And that was like the biggest mistake in positioning, but it's exactly the same as the mistake you made in Shrine, like all the way back here somewhere, when you died with that. Because you were for some reason just chasing one of the tanks when you didn't need to chase them. You could just let them go. You can let them run. Let them run. Let them do their thing. You want to be nice, safe back. Infrared 22, well, Infrared 2 in the chat said, you must be traumatized from the experience of playing Zen in the Overwatch World Cup. I played King of the Hill a lot. I scrimmed King of the Hill a bunch in that. Every time I did, there was Winston and Tracer instantly on me. Every single time. Second I showed my face, 2 people came to kill me. Good Mushin? Great Mushin, apparently. But yeah, we see this going in. We want none of that. We want fucking nothing to do with that. Let everyone else deal with that. Or a Discord on him if he wants to ult. He's got 100, well not 125. He's got about 170-ish hit points on him. Easy enough for everyone to kill. Easy enough for everyone to kill. Good play there. Okay, they fired a Transcendence. Why are we running into it? We don't need to be here. We don't need to be there. We see this. Back up. Put the orb on McCree, and McCree likely survives this, no problem. Otherwise, now that we're stuck in here, yep, trying to shell down the Mercy, unfortunately, again, just a bit too close. Just a bit too close. A little bit too close. That's the big thing I'm noticing here. That's the trend I'm noticing here. We're trying to do everything from like being as close as possible to the team. We just want to... We want to back up. But the Ana, like, nano boost comes through, everyone dies anyway on the point. Like, somehow, the enemy team loses in this situation where they've just killed everyone. I guess it's because Soldier and the tanks. And Ana, for some reason, isn't being killed here. Guys, kill supports. They're important. And the team somehow wins. Hey, Seagull's streaming right now. Oh, bloody hell. In competition with the big dog himself. I think NRG might be on Christmas break. I was playing with Numlock yesterday. I should have asked him. Anyway, we're actually, like,